All right, everybody. Popping in here to do a quick audio check before we get started here. Switching things up now. We're now going to be doing mostly art streams. I might do like one gaming stream a week, I think. Not feeling super great today, but I wanted to still be here for, here for you guys, and you guys also help me feel better. So, we're going to go with that. So anyways, here, we will be getting started here in about 7 minutes or so. So I'll give us some time for people to, join the stream. Looks like we already got 3 people here. How's it going? Thanks for being here. If you're lurking, that's totally okay. Actually, since we have 3 people here, we might as well go ahead and get into it, right? Hey, Pensy. I'm okay. I'm feeling a little off today. I don't feel super great, but I wanted to still stream anyway and come and see you guys. So, if I'm a little out of it today, that's why. But yeah, we're gonna be doing some artwork today. I figured what I would do since I was having a little bit of struggle with like the art share and took off some time last week. Alex really came through and really, helped me with the art share. Of course, Pensy participated as well, which is awesome. No, you're fine. You were hanging out with your sister. You were having a great time, and you know what? That's awesome. So what I decided I was going to do today is I was going to draw one of Alex's OCs. I actually have a sketch going already. So let's go ahead and go right into it here. We're also going to be listening to some 90s and 2000s vibes because his character is in a band. And you know what? I felt a little nostalgic, so I figured that'd be appropriate music for this. So, oh crap, what is this character's name? I think it's, you know what? Voss. There we go. Voss is the character. Yeah. Well, he was also nice enough to draw my character Veronica. So I was thinking I would do a picture of her. So I've got a little sketch here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like a cleaner sketch on top of all this. And then from there, we'll do some nicer line art and, just see how it goes. Yeah, he does. Dude, he's been cranking them out. I'm like, wow, you are a machine, Alex. I just hope that, I can do his character justice here. And this is like a super cute pose too for this like reference. I don't know if you guys can see it there. So let's see. Yeah, I gotta clean this up now. Maybe get the proportions a little bit better here. Oops, help if I was on the right layer. So we're going to do a little bit of a more refined sketch from here. Still going to be a little sketchy at this stage until I decide I like it. Nice. Yeah, I can't wait to see more of your work too there, Pensy. Let's see. She's doing a little winky face here. Maybe that might be like also good for this one. Ooh, hell yeah. Nice. Did you watch have you been watching Dragon Ball Daima? It just finished the final episode yesterday. It was really good. Oh yeah. Yeah. You should definitely check it out. It's great. Like I was a little like kind of like, I don't know how I feel about this because they're kind of chibi at first, but it was good. I liked it. You can definitely tell that Toriyama wrote it. Nice. I wish I could get away with watching anime on stream, because then we could watch it together, but I know. I don't know if Twitch is cool with that though. It's the only issue. I think like watch party streams are always like a fun little idea. Oh, we gotta fix these proportions here. Hey Coro, how's it going? This is all janky. You know what? This is still the sketch phase, so I can still fix things up here. No worries. You know what? I think that eye is too low. I think that's what's going on here. So you probably missed it because you just joined here, Koro. Doing my friend Alex's OC here. Her name is Voss. You know, since he like super helped me out with that art stream, figured it'd be cool to do his character. Let's see. Make sure I know where the eyes are going to be here. Yeah, we're just sketching right now, but it is I'm gonna try to give it at least like, some nice lines and maybe some like basic like cell shading or something. Something along those lines. Let's find her eye shape here. Zoom into the reference. There we go. Just keeping it loose for now, of course. Yes. That's so awesome. I'm so happy for you. It's great. Killing it. See, she's got some upper lashes here. And some ones that come from the side here. Remember Alex saying she was a succubus, but I don't know if I really want to incorporate that in this or not, so I haven't decided. Let's bring this eye brow up some. That way she doesn't look like she's being mean. She's just got like kind of the raised eyebrow. Yeah, it does make her cooler for sure. Like, not only is she like rocking out in a band here, which is pretty dope, but she's also a succubus on top of it. Like, hell yeah. I'm all here for it. Make sure she has a jaw. Back this way. Yeah, we'll definitely fix all these issues I got going on right now. Till it looks right. We're gonna have this side be like a little wink, kinda. I think that would be cute. Kind of get like her structure of her hair going on here. So let's see. Hair's a little different in that one than it is in these. So I want to make sure that I get it right. I'd feel really bad if I, didn't do well with this character. So let's see. It looks like on the one side, she does have the little kind of sideburn thing going on. I'm going to assume it's on this side here. Because I think it kind of goes with like the whole swoopiness of her hair, how it kind of swoops into the one side here in the front. You home with me. Another man. It's definitely, he does the hair well enough that I can, look at the different references here and I can kind of tell how it goes. So this would be kind of like coming from like behind over here and kind of swoop out. Well, it goes more down. So kind of goes like that. I think. You home with me, but you were with another man. Much to say. So it kind of goes behind like this here. And then the rest of the hair kind of comes out like that. Gotta finish my lozenge here again so it's not crack-a-lacking in you guys' ears. It's not the kind of ASMR that, is enjoyable, so. I do like this hairstyle as well on. I'm gonna give her like a little bit of like a kind of sideburn thing going on there. Let's see, the bottom of her ear would be about there. And in this one, she has some earrings. So we're going to make sure that her earrings are part of the design too. Everlong will I throw myself into. Does she have the earrings on both sides? Let's see. Oh, she does. Okay, cool. So let's see the other ear. So this one would be kind of coming down here-ish. That'll be the bottom of that earring. Something like that. Wanted it to be. And I think move this over to there, so it kind of looks more like it's looking at us, looking at the viewer. That's a little bit better. We'll fix it. That's the one thing about art, you know, not everything you do is going to be a banger, but you know, you just keep at it, and you know, especially with digital art, you can keep working on it until you get it exactly where you want it to be. I know you've always been out of my head, I say. All right, let's see. So, it's the neck. Kind of have the come out like that. That's a little too low cut on the shirt. I don't think it goes down that far. It's more like around here-ish. Shirt's also going to come out a little behind. I think we're going to not have it come out as much there. Definitely feel like, whoops, that's the wrong tool. Clothing is definitely something I need to work on a bit more. For sure. So that's gonna kind of go. No, that looks weird. That looks really weird. Go ahead and delete that. I think if I flip the canvas, excuse me, that will certainly help. Need to fix that. Black old sun. When you're doing like clothing and like especially with shirts, I know they do this a lot in anime where they have like straight up just have like the boob shape, but it should kind of like fall like around it, not necessarily, you wouldn't get like the whole like breast shape. It's like, the shirt's not her skin, so it wouldn't be that crazy. So, I think what I'm going to do is I've cleaned it up a little bit there, so now I can start kind of doing what I want to do. Make it actually look good. Spraying all of that down. Now we can really concentrate on making her look beautiful. You know what? I have a standing desk, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my desk up. I think that'll give me more range of motion with my arm here. Because I'm kind of like leaning forward right now in my chair, and that's not really working out. So let me get that. Move my chair out of the way. I'm going to mute myself for a sec so it doesn't make a bunch of noise. It's so funny. When I was younger, I never really understood like the concept of like, drawing or painting on an easel. I'm like, oh, this seems like it would be like more difficult. And as I've gotten older and I've learned more techniques, I'm like, man, I should have been standing up to draw sooner. Like it's definitely a game changer, that's for sure. Yeah, it makes it so, you can use like the range of motion of your arm. It took some getting used to at first for sure, but I really like it now. Hold on, my cat's being bad. Cheetah. Jeez, he's trying to distract me today. Yeah, it will save your wrist a lot of pain. I know like the automatic like standing desks are not exactly cheap, but if you have the funds to do it where you can adjust it up and down, I definitely recommend it. Of course, make sure you flip your canvas. You know, if you're having trouble getting like, you know, an arc or a certain line, flipping it the other way can help. Like significantly help. She has big old eyelashes, so I usually don't draw the top lashes like this, but this is Alex's character and I want to be true to it, so. I want Voss to look like Voss. Ah, that was supposed to be. By the way, I'm also not using pure black here. It is a super, super dark purple. But it looks black. Oh yeah, there's definitely lots of like options that are like more affordable, like Havoc is saying. Again, the fancy smashy doesn't make the artist, it's the artist itself that makes the art. So you just do what you can with what you have. Just important as an artist to like try to preserve yourself physically as much as possible because it's gonna like break down over time and you know you're gonna have like you know you want to avoid like pain and whatnot when you get older. That way you could do art for longer. You won't have to be like, oh, I have to retire because, you know, I'm all jacked up. Zoom out, make sure it still looks all right. Gonna kind of, we're gonna do this number just a little bit just to have some variety in the line thickness here, the line weight. It'll make it look better in the end. Just kind of where it connects to other pieces of the image here. You also don't want to go overboard either. There we go. That's looking all right. Man, I haven't listened to Offspring in such a long time. You get no relief. Yell out your piece. Back off your job because I'm sick of not living. Let's see. So let's get her kind of like eyelid shape going. Here's what you say. You feel like a lie. I don't know why I like to do this, but this is just a stylistic choice for me. I do like an extra little line here for like the lower lashes. I like to connect them this way. Just something I like to do. I just like how it looks. I can get my arm to cooperate today. And we want to clean it up just a bit. And then do some line weight here just to make sure it's not all. Just kind of where it connects. I looked into his eyes, I thought he died a long time ago. Oh no, not me. We never lost control. I think I need to give her a little bit more of like some of a jaw here. I think that's why it's kind of like bugging me. Finish the eyebrow arc here. And we don't always have to connect all the lines. It does make it a little bit easier though when you are going to do the coloring later. Because the paint bucket tool will, you know, of course, fill it in correctly if you set the lines as a reference layer. I think that eye is a little bit big. Bring it down just a tad. And then we're going to rotate it just a little bit. I think that looks a little bit better. To face when the manners of the world. So let's see. Kind of get her nose bridge going here. We can get her. Need to make sure that the structure of her face makes sense. We can still keep it stylized, but it's got to be at least a little grounded in reality here. Yeah, I think maybe having her jaw start from there makes a little bit more sense. And then we'll flip it back the other way in just a minute just to make sure that we get it going correctly. Kind of get her like earlobe here. And then we're going to do a little bit of like shadow here. Kind of like that. Ah, my mouse is wild. I don't know why, but sometimes it just like flings the view like way the hell off the screen. Lost some control. And I know what I want. So let's see. I swear lately I've been on the struggle bus. I'm the bus driver on the struggle bus. Let's see. Trying to make sure that this looks like it's closed correctly. I'll come back to it. Picking skins off my face. It's got big ol' nice lips here. Oh man, I gotta take another sip of my Red Bull. I am happy. Wish you were here. Yeah, I think if the jaw comes more down there, that'll give more room for the mouth. Maybe I should back it out a bit while I do it. Nope. Oh man, just cannot draw lines today. Ah. It's actually should probably see. So there should be one eye width in between. So kind of be like that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to be jumping around this a lot. So kind of thinking what I'm going to do just to make it a little easier on myself is I'm going to do the hair and clotheslines on a separate layer just so I don't have to like erase away. What's happening to me? Kind of feel like maybe I need to turn off some of these sketch lines. There we go. It's kind of like visually confusing me. Understand and then tell me. Try to make it look more like a smile. There we go. Looks a little bit better. Or am I origami? What was in your head? What was on my pride? The lack thereof. All my doubt, turn it inside out, find nothing in faith in nothing. See if I can get this to connect correctly. Maybe I need to do this number. That'll probably help. Keep in reason. Make me blind when your eyes close. Come into the bedpost. Oh man, that helped so much. Should have done that sooner. I wish I had a touchscreen tablet that would get like rotated easier more often. All right, so looking at this now from this angle here, kind of helps. We got the cheek area here. Whoops. I need to bring it out just a little bit more, give it a little more of a curve. Yeah, it looks a little bit more like a facial structure. Hell yeah. Getting there. So, I do like kind of like an eyelid thing going on here. That'll help me get a guideline. Because you smile, can you take? Give it more of a curve. Shows how often I do winking characters. You know, it's actually good that I'm going to be doing more art streams because then it's like I get way more practice on things I need to work on. Practice makes perfect, right? But that practice does have to be intentional, by the way. If you want to get better at something, you need to have like focus on it. You know, you can't just draw rando things and, you know, just hope you're going to get better from there. You have to have like kind of like an intent. Be like, I'm going to work on this little bit, but you don't want to make the goal too big. So if you make it too big, you'll overwhelm yourself and you'll get frustrated. That's going to be okay for now. Actually, you know what? We're going to give it even more of a curve because the eyeball, of course, is a sphere. So we want to make sure that it wraps around it there. Yeah, that's looking way better. And I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to take it, Make it slightly bigger, I think. Tilt it a little bit. Yeah. You guys working on anything fun? I know Pensy said he was, I mean, they were working on a Dragon Ball piece. Anybody else working on anything? Doesn't always have to be all about me on stream, you know. I like to know what my viewers are doing too. Oops, I think I messed that curve up. Crap. Now I can't go back. No. Why did I do that? Thanks. Appreciate it. Just like any other artist, I do get a little like, you know, insecure, especially when people are watching me. Something I got to get over as a streamer. Hey, Book Dragon. Glad you can make it. Draw my man Alex's character here. Her name is Voss. She's in a band and she's a succubus. Yeah, I probably don't talk about that enough, but I'm definitely like in the back of my mind like I'm also a very honest person, so, you know, I don't want you guys to think that I'm not affected by anything, so thanks. It's like you got to keep that balance between, you know, being like having the confidence in your skills and, you know, fighting the internal thoughts at the same time. Those internal thoughts are going to be like, bah, and you got to be like, shut up. You can do it. Boom, 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 boom. Thanks, Betsy. I've been doing it a long time. And then on top of that, besides the whole you know, been drawing forever basically. Um looking up just watching people do art like on YouTube, like even if it's not a tutorial, like watching like speed paints helps. Also, like when you're watching like other artists, you don't want to be like, you want to get in that mindset like, oh, you know, you got to break away from the, oh, they're so much better than me, because that's not really what it is. It's they're just farther along in their art journey than you. You can get there, you will get there. Just you just don't want to go into it with your mind thinking like, oh, I'll never reach this level, or, you know, this person is like, you know, so far ahead of me, how will I ever catch up? That's just going to hold you back. The only comparisons you should make are comparing your previous work to your latest work and seeing the amount of progress that you've made between the two. Yeah, because if you play the comparison game to like, say somebody that's been like working in the industry, like I mean, it's okay to admire their skill level, but you just don't want to like kneecapping your mentality like is something that will prevent growth. You know what I mean? You should be going, that's how they did that. And then, try to incorporate it into like your next piece. Just pick like one thing. Granted, you don't have to take my, you don't have to listen to me. I'm not a professional, but just try to be helpful. That's all. But yeah, it is good. You know, like I find specific things that I like about professionals artwork and I try to incorporate it into my own like at a later date. I'm like, oh, I really like the way they draw eyes or things like that. I try to I try to think about them as like 3D shapes and stuff. Like so like the ball of the nose. Hold on, let me do this on another layer so it makes sense. So the first thing you want to do when you're thinking about it is this part of the nose kind of goes like this, right? Where the eyebrows come together. The rest of the nose is kind of like a diamond shape from there. So it's like this, right? And, this is kind of like the bottom part of the nose here. And I might even adjust the nose after doing this because, so, the nostrils will be kind of like across here because the nose like wraps around it. You're going to have like a bridge like that. This is kind of like the ball or the tip here. I don't know if this is helping, but yeah, you gotta kind of like, I'm just thinking about it in my head as like, shapes. After doing this, I actually kind of want to like adjust things a little bit. If you need to draw guidelines, like definitely do it. Like it's worth it. Like underneath the ball here, you kind of like, if you could think about it as like a plane, like from here, like this area is coming like forward, like towards you because it's raised. And this bottom under here is kind of curving like more away from you. And then this bottom part of the nose here connects to the top part of the lip. So you can do that as like a curve too. All right, let's see. Where was I? Yeah, like the easiest way I think to explain like learning things is to take all the details away and just think of them as shapes like triangles, diamonds, circles, cubes, like spheres, like as 3D as you can possibly think of them. And I know it's a little difficult, but with practice you can definitely. Oh my god. Okay, so hands are still terrible for me. I still use a lot of like reference. I definitely use my 3D models all the time in clip. So do not feel bad about hands. Every single artist is like hands are like the worst. They're just really complex. Like fingers themselves are actually like more squared off on the top, but then they're round like underneath. Yeah. Yeah, why can't we have something more efficient like tentacles or claws? The highest form of life in the universe apparently that everything likes to evolve to is a crab. It's like we could have crabby hands, little snip snips, super powerful snip snips. I know I want to take me home. In time. Closing time. Well, there's all your sisters gone. Gather up your jacket. Move into the attic. Beginnings of morning, beginnings and I think over time I would like to make like a little character mascot for, everybody in chat and have like a quirky little name for it, kind of like other streamers do. What do you think you guys would like to be as a whole as chat to be represented as? That's a fun little project to think of. Because then I can make like I can make a little PNG thing that can like you guys can interact with. We don't have to think of it right now. I was just kind of thinking about it. I was like, man, I want to have something fun for chat to like identify with. I know I want to take me home. I know I want to take me. Eh, that's supposed to be the erase. I always like to make things a little chunkier with the stylization. It's just more fun to draw. A little more rounded off, a little more cartoony. That way it looks like it has a little bit more of a form to it. It also gives me more room like in my lines to do shading, to color it, to like render it and stuff. So my OC is that uh I'm a quantum. I'm made out of like the artistic energy that has been put out in the universe from like artists and creatives. And through quantum physics, I have been manifested into a body, into a person, basically. So that means that I can travel through like different realities, you know. Ooh, galaxy kittens. Yeah, we could do that. We could make little kitties. That might be pretty cute. So it's kind of like, you know, space and like physics and, you know, that kind of thing. I knew Pensy would be on board for that. In a good way. Not I could make a cute little space cat. Ooh, maybe you guys could like, you know, it could be a cat with like multiple eyes or be kind of like Schrodinger's cat a little bit where it like has different states that it changes into. That'd be cool. Hell yeah. We're working it out. I like it. Make sure I zoom out, make sure this is looking all right. Change the shape up a bit. Yeah, Eldritch. That'd be awesome. We can do that as a stream too, where I try to draw it. I can see how you guys feel about it. I think that would be fun. All hail the liquefy tool. It's so good. This song's a little depressing. Let's move to another one. Let's see. What do I want to listen to? I'm thinking. I'm gonna look at my playlist real quick with my 1 billion dillion songs. Yeah, you can be a puppy. I can do like individual ones too. I was thinking about doing that for maybe like Patreon or something where I have like little like chibi kind of cute things so it's almost like a group photo of like all my chat. Yeah, sure. Absolutely. Totally do that. Uh let's do I think I'm feeling some thrice. Let's do like a radio and see what it plays. Feel my with me up and I open. Okay. Done messing with my music, sorry. I'll leave it there for a while. All right, let's get the buckle on here now. I hero in my life to a stranger, and I realize that words are not enough. Left here with the question of just accept promises I never kept. On this bed, my regrets I hold. Oh, whatever we come up with, it'll be nice and cute. For sure. It feels like no one really cares. Do what's right. So let's continue. I'm going to continue the shadow here. And then can kind of carve away a little bit here just to show that. That's like way thicker than the other side. I gotta make sure I have them as the same thickness here. This needs to be less curvy. Yeah, what's that he has? There we go, that looks better. Then we can erase away some of these parts and clean up the line work. All right, let's see. Figure out how thick I want to make this bottom part. Probably should have done this on a separate layer and then just erased away underneath. That would have made way more sense. But no, I had to decide to do things the hard way. I think I'm going to make that a little thicker. There we go. No. And then we can fix it up just a little bit. So subtle liquefy here. There we go. It's looking more like a buckle shape. You know what? If I do this, it'll make it easier. Make it a big ol' chunky one. I don't want to think about too much about the up close details because when we zoom out, we're not really going to notice it too much. So it's always a pro tip is to not focus too much on the small details. Especially if it's something you're going to post to social media where the screens they're going to be looking at it on is like a phone screen and it's tiny. You just want to make sure that the whole thing reads, the way you want. Like there might even be some of you right now watching this on your phone. You're like, when I zoom out, it's like, definitely can't see that. All right, put some shadow here. That. Some shadow in there. And we'll do a little bit under here. Just give it some depth. And a little bit, just a slight bit here. There we go. And then we can even have some right here where I cast a little bit of a shadow. That's one thing you really start thinking about when you get like really into like doing more like painterly things or more like highly rendered stuff is you start thinking about where the shadows would cast like below the objects. There we go. That looks good. Yeah. Oh, I need some water. Always keep yourself hydrated. That way you don't get headaches. Try to get like the neckline here. I think if I go by the reference, actually, should be more like that. Because just her bit of her collarbone is showing. Let's lose control. All right, so oops. It's gonna be kind of like that. And kind of like that. Collarbone. I kind of like to make the collarbones a little thick. Just a personal preference. Let's have this in shadow as well. Oops. And we'll carve away a little bit here so you can kind of tell still where things going. Just like that. There we go. All right, let's see. I think I want to work on the hair next. I'm going to do that on a separate layer. And just so I can see it better, I am going to use some green lines. I'm going to color the lines anyway by the end, but getting through to you. I think drawing hair is my favorite part of characters. It's the most fun. You can do the most like expressive like line work. Ooh, a Shiba? Ooh, yeah. That does sound super cute. When Havoc and I moved to Japan, we were thinking about getting a Shiba as well. Hopefully, Vegeta will vibe. He is kind of a brat. He's definitely jealous of anything that takes the cuddles away from him. Oops. Yeah. Oh, I like how he doesn't like directly show affection to you. He does it like while you're asleep. It's like mom will never know that I actually love her just as much. She'll never see it firsthand. Yeah. I got to remember the national no snitching policy. I ain't no snitch. Yeah. Oh, I need to look at my reference again. Make sure I'm not just going hog wild here with the hair, doing whatever I want. It's more of a curve like that. Oh yeah, another tip too, don't be afraid to draw through your lines. You can get a lot of like of a nicer effect if you draw through them and then you go back and you like erase away parts like they're sitting on top or like behind each other. So like this one I can kind of put it like it's a little bit on top of the other one, the other strand here. There's also a really cool thing you can do with Clip Studio Paint, which I haven't been doing lately, is you can do what's called vector layers. And I'll show you guys that in a minute because it's actually really cool too. I haven't been using it lately and I need to probably start utilizing it again. Really, really cool, really helpful tool. Oops. Let me make sure this looks like it's coming down the back of her curvature of the skull here. You know what? I need to bring this out more. Like, make it a little rounder. It's a little bit better. Let me flip it back that way. There we go. Now, my mouse is crazy. And of course, she got some flippy. It's always super cute. Use this to kind of take away some of these lines. No. That was supposed to be the eraser. Once I get all the lines for the hair, then I can start adding a little bit of like line weight here and there to different parts. So it's not all just one line weight. Let's see. So we're going to do that. And then these. Getting there. All right, so this other reference again here. Okay, so it kind of curves in on both sides. I want to make sure that she has like the little sideburn jam here. And then she has kind of like on the one side, she has kind of like this going on here. Ah, Line's getting crazy. Let's see. Race away where it's going through here. Can fix it in just a moment. That. A little bit too many lines going on down here. Erase away some of it. Kind of don't like how this little area has some wackiness going on. Oops. All right, that's looking all right there. Let's turn off the sketch lines here, and then we can go ahead and give it some more line weight. We can give it some more detail in areas if we need to. I think I'm going to give it a little bit of shadow work too, just to kind of show some depth. We'll do more when we color it. Give it some little texture, just a tad bit here, there. Ooh, this line is all wobbly. Let's fix that. It's a little bit better. Let's give it some structure in between here. Kind of like it's raised up a little bit. Oops. Do that in a couple more areas too. Towards the top here. Just so it looks like it has some more volume to it. And for the sake of time, oop, that's not going to work because it's on a separate layer. No, no, don't fill it. Stop. Well, I can do this with this here. Oh wait, hold on. Let's do this in sections. Kind of fill this area in with some shadow down here because it's going to be kind of covered by the light source anyway. Make sure I'm not covering the lines for the face. Hey, did it again. You can also use this for like contrast. Like have more detail in some places, less detail in others. That way it can pop out more and you can have more on, you know, what you're supposed to be looking at. I'm gonna erase away where it's going through the eyelashes in just a sec here. I think we're going to do the anime thing where the eye shows through a little bit through the hair. That way we don't lose any of the work that we did earlier. And I can do this number. I can clean up the curve here. Oop, too harsh. Nope. Well, maybe I need to turn it more. There we go. That's what I was trying to do. That's the stuff. Then this one here, we won't do it in full shadow, but what we'll do is we'll do kind of like that. Then we'll put some texturing on it. There we go. that. Let's see, that carved away a little bit too much there. There we go. And then I'm gonna snoop and see what's going on outside for a sec. I'll be right back, guys. Can you guys hear me now? There we go. That is none of my business. I will keep my nose out of that. I just wanted to make sure something, there was no like nothing violent going on next door because the police were here. So got to make sure, keep havoc and myself safe. Our neighborhood's been getting a little rough, so. I'm trying to think about the shadows and the negative space to show form. Oh my god, I hate this mouse. I need a new mouse so bad. It's driving me insane. Like, why? Why, dude? Why are you like this? Oh my goodness. Oh, awesome. Yeah, hey, go have some tasty food. I really appreciate it. I mean, I'm going to be wrapping up here in about 15 minutes anyway. So, thanks for being here, Pensy. I'm glad you came. I am super happy that, you're back and hanging out with us. So, have a good night. Yeah. What I'm thinking, kind of do this. We're gonna do it's kind of some shadow work under here. Oh crap, that's going through the ear. That's okay. I can. Oop, that's not what I want. I can erase that away, so it's all right. I can just do this. Bam. Oh crap. Hold on. Like that. Yeah. Oh, I see. That's fine like that. Be a little bit of shadow from this here. No, stop. A little bit of shadow from that. Since that one's underneath that, we'll cast a little bit of shadow. Just like right here. Make it look more 3D. Getting there. Let's put a little bit of like detail work in the back here. And then we can kind of do the same like this. Should probably do some of that over here too. Like that, just a little bit of detail in here, just to show there's multiple strands. There we go. It's looking pretty good. Let's see, these would be casting a little bit of a shadow here. And then I need to carve away a bit with the eraser so we have the correct shape for the strand, for the clump. You know what? I kind of want to fix this. Nope, not that. Nope. Looking better. And we're going to have some kind of little bit kind of coming like that. And then some shadow work here. We'll erase away this little bit. Yeah, I really should have used vector layers for this. That would have made this so much easier. I'll do that next time. Learn from my mistakes. Some shadowing here. A little bit of detail. Let's see, anywhere else I would like to fix. This line's a little wobbly, so it's kind of... I might not need to actually pull this down a little bit so the head's not like right at the very edge of the screen here. Let's have some more, just a little bit of detail up here. Kind of want some, a little bit right there too, I think. Then we can erase right here. I think that's looking pretty good. And my shoulder's getting a little bit sore, so I think I'm going to wrap it up here for today. Let me go ahead and throw you guys back in the lobby real quick so we can do a little outro. I want to thank everybody who showed up for stream today, even if you were in the background lurking. You know, I appreciate you just as much. Hey, you're welcome, Koro. I appreciate it. I'm so glad you're here. You get to see more art. Hey, Windseeker, I didn't even see you showed up. I'm sorry, man. Anyway, I'll work on some more artwork again tomorrow, same time. Gonna go eat some food with Havoc and rest for the night. Hope everybody has a great rest of their evening here. If you're not already following me, make sure you follow me to see when I go live, and I will catch you tomorrow. Bye.